Iftikhar Ahmed will continue. With the loss of that wicket, you can almost feel as if a little bit of the confidence and the energy from the innings has sort of just dropped a few percentages. You look at the interception points of Shamim today, well in front of himself, and the one that actually gets him out is the one where he's actually reaching well in front of his body.
Yourself. Well done, well done. When you see a batsman playing decent cricket in the middle and all of a sudden he gets out, fires to it, Tanveer Ahmed standing in his 13th T20 international. The intensity because it's now again the rebuilding phase. It's important to see what Naeem Sheikh does from here on. He's batting on 9 and he's faced 17 deliveries.
An interesting point. You're right. Top order batter who's seen partners go at the other end, seen himself go. Umpire Mustadur Rahman Mulkul into his 14th T20 international. And perhaps now the innings will need to be built around him.
And now he's faced 18 deliveries, Mohammad Naeem Sheikh. It's of utmost importance for him to realize, to shoulder the responsibility and ensure that he bats through the innings. He can't afford to get out, and once he gets an opportunity, he needs to pick up boundaries, because 19 deliveries for 10 runs without a single boundary. Third umpire, Roykut, on the right of the screen, and with him is Niamur Rashid, the match referee.
Another good over for Pakistan. It is 42 for 2. Yeah, the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup qualifiers, and very good news for Mew. Atta coming from the beautiful country of Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Harare. Great results for Bangladesh. Chasing a total of 201, ending up 202 for 7. They were in a spot of bother, winning by 3 wickets. Wonderful, wonderful result. Lovely delivery first up from Osman Qadir. Yeah, great results for the Bangladesh women team. It's the qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, Eddie. And points do count. Zimbabwe also losing to Thailand. Trying to sweep that one. But it's a wonderful result with some couple of really good performances from Romana Ahmed, the right-hander batter, picking up an unbeaten 50. Fargana Haq, 45. Salma Khatun, and a very impressive 18 in just 13 deliveries. Ensure that they win. Short one, pulled away. Yes, sir. He's nailed that. That's gone. Gone for the maximum.
Yeah, they love it. Sometimes, occasionally, you'll get the wrist spinner will just drop the shoulder and it'll come out a bit flat and a bit short. Naeem Sheikh picks it up very early and he hits it all the way. Finally just broke the amount of dot balls that will be accumulating between the last boundary and that one. I think close to 25 deliveries. Yeah, some good times in Harare. There they are, Bangladesh women winning their first game. You're talking about these qualifiers. It is very tough. West Indies are part of these qualifiers. Sri Lanka, Ireland, Thailand, Zimbabwe.
Again a full toss. And again it finds the boundary. It's a 4 this time. He's already picked up a 6 in this over. Turning out to be a good over. Mohammad Naeem Sheikh is turning it on to the likes of the fans in the stadium.
Yeah, Usman Khadir maybe just experimenting a bit too much. There was one short delivery, was hit away for 6. This time it's a full toss, trying to give it a lot of air. Naeem Sheikh says, thank you very much. Just gets the wheels moving along, and with that boundary, brings up the 50. Oh, misses out there. But it's a bit over for Bangladesh. 10 off it. It is 52 for 2.
Shabash, shabash.
Bangladesh may have lost the 3-match T20 series, but they still got a lot to play for. Halfway through the innings, Bangladesh 52 for 2. And these two youngsters, especially Naeem, looking really great. Inexperienced Bangladesh team are searching for that one win to gain that confidence back. What a ball. A very good ball from Iftikhar. Just missed out the outside edge, and I'm joined by my fellow co-commentator, Shamim Chaudhary. Good afternoon, Shamim bhai.
Very good afternoon to you. Well, that was a commitment to that shot, and then it turned away. This is good stuff. But he uses the feet next time around, down the ground. They're thinking of a second run. It's gone too quickly to the fielder in the deep, so no chance of that. Well, that momentum has been created in the last over, Mazhar, by Naeem Sheikh in particular, and they've got to carry on.
And that's the areas Naeem Sheikh has preferred to, mostly on the onside. There was a big 6 in the previous over, and he looks to be in good touch. Once again, use of the feet and rotating the strike. That's very important for these two batsmen.
Some big overs can make a lot of difference to what you end up at the end of your 20 overs. Naeem Sheikh, who went on for a while. Naeem Sheikh in this series has hit a couple of big ones. It's only been in the previous over. Seen some sensible cricket in this, the first few deliveries. Maybe just 3 runs so far. So pressures will be on the batters to try and get a big one to finish off with.
That's 3 of the over. Bangladesh 55 for 2 after 11. Mahmudullah Riyad, Nurul Hassan and Mahdi Hassan to follow after these two. And the platform has been set by the two batsmen. They need to go a little bit further and lay the platform to post a big total. At the moment, looking really good. Afif Hussain on his knees, out of the ground. Sixer.
Sure is. Brings the crowd to their feet. They've been waiting for some lusty hitting from the Bangladeshi batsman, and we saw Naeem going for it. This time it's Afif Hussain. Wow, that's timed very well. Just a meaty part of the bat. It sounded so sweet as it left the bat, and it had only one direction to go. 83 meters long. Very, very long. Very, very productive runs here. He's just making his intentions very clear.
Looks to be a very bright prospect for Bangladesh. Scored 40-odd runs in the first game and also looked good in the previous game until he played that reverse sweep. But today, he needs to be more calm, composed, and look to rotate the strike as well as striking those sixes pretty often if Bangladesh want to post a good total today. There's a big chat between skipper Babar Azam and Usman Kadi. There goes the fielder at deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Here comes Usman Kadi. Googly to reply with and dealt it with a single. That's good batting. Single followed by a sixer.
Well, the thing is, he didn't read that ball very well. Just tried to close the face of that as the ball spun away from him. It's fortunate to a certain extent, but you're right in the sense that as soon as there was this opportunity to take a run, they're ready for it. And that's what you've got to do. Be on your toes. Take advantage of every delivery that comes along. Whoops. Just moving away. Too early, the bowler aborting. He says, I'm not going to give you that. Pretty uncanny, Maza, the action of his late father, Usman Qadir. Just picture of him. It's had a mixed bag so far.
It was another googly this time, but it was too short for the batsman to go for that cut shot. Rightly mentioned, Shamim, and very smooth bowling action, I must say. And it doesn't rely on pace, mostly rely on the turn of the pitch. Bowls a very good googly. Needs to bowl that on the right areas. He has the knack to bowl those short deliveries pretty often.
Significantly, we saw Aminul Islam Biplab hardly bowling googly. As a bowler, that you have to be very confident, particularly in the control of a googly.
Another googly, this time a well-directed one and rightly negotiated by Afif Hussain. They need to be calm, need to be composed. They can't afford to lose too many wickets. There's a partnership developing and they need to prolong this one as much they can. Googly again, but straight to Naim on the other end. He must have heard this one.
Well, maybe they'll have to call the physio. Did it hit him in the helmet? It seems all right. The umpire says, no, it's okay. Don't need to have that little bit of test. Well, look at that release. The ball's looping. It's high. And that's what creates the chance of getting extra purchase out of the wicket. But it struck very truly, unfortunately, hit the non-striker. Could have gone for runs.
Eight runs of the over so far. Here comes Usman Kadi. Another googly, another sweep, another six. Started with a six and ended the over with yet another six. 14 of the over. Bangladesh are back on track. 69 for 2 after 12. So the Manhattan has started to grow. 14 of the previous over from Usman Kadi. Afif Hussain struck 2 sixes and gained the momentum back for Bangladesh. Pakistan seems to be a little bit under pressure for the first time in this innings. Here comes Iftikhar. Works away on the onside. Naeem Sheikh on 24 of 29 deliveries, courtesy of that misfield. Both the batsmen ran for a couple.
Now have a look at the last ball of the last over. He started off the over with a six. Look at it. Just perfectly done. Watching that ball sail through. It went for a long, long way. 75 meters the distance. The ball almost chopped it on an appeal. No response. Possibly a touch on with the bat before it went to the pad. They're thinking about taking a review.
Keeper Babar Azam having a last moment chat before he eventually take the review. That looked pretty close, Shamim, whether it hit the bat first or the pad. That's the big question now.
I suspect that there was a bit of confusion, just backing away, and also the trajectory of the ball. First things first, we'll have to see if it's a legal delivery, which shouldn't be a problem. There it is. The car Now, let's have a look. Spin vision, giving the ball a rip. Let's carrying on. It's the arm ball and... Oh, might be close. Or did it get the bat only? Somehow the bat seemed away from that line of that ball. Have a look at Ultra Edge. Gone past, flat line, and then the bat. Or is it it's clipping the top? Now it's gone past. No pad, straight to the bat. That's what I suspected initially.
That was really close, zips through to the left-hander Naeem. For a fraction of a second, the bowler thought, did that hit the pad first? That prompted him to ask Babar Azam to take the review. In the end, Naeem Sheikh survives, and he's struggling with that blow that he got early on by Afif Hussain. Struck really hard. He was on the non-striking end. Now, Naeem also needs to open up a bit, Shaimbai, to gain the momentum again, score some runs.
Yeah, he's made the effort. We can see that in a couple of overs back. He hit a big one, 1-6 and a boundary, virtually back-to-back. He's a little relieved now, Russell Domingo. Team has not really performed to expectations, and been some pressure on the management and all the players. But today they have been very enthusiastic, very bold, very brave in their approach, and that is the way to go about it. It might be a dead rubber, but all to play for Bangladesh to come back into this series, making a game of it so far.
Looking to play and manufacture those shots. Pressure's been started to build on Naeem Sheikh. He went for a big shot this time, lucky to get away of that.
Well, that movement by Naeem Sheikh put off Sarfaraz behind the wicket. There's a bye signal, no touch with the bat. The bowler thought maybe there was a touch on chance of a catch. There's a signal of a bye from the umpire.
That's good cricket. That's good cricket from these two youngsters. If it's not a boundary there, keep rotating the strike and keep the momentum on your favor.
Naeem with 24 of 31. Now he realizes that he's got to go for a big one.
Trying to make some room this time. Still manages to pick up a single. These singles will help the batters to get into the groove. At the same time, it's very difficult for a fielding captain to pick up those, drop those singles and look for those wickets as well. Brilliant sight. Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur, filled with the spectators after 1.5 years, and that brings up the end of the 13th over. Bangladesh 74 for 2. Two wickets been picked up so far by the Pakistani bowlers. Dahani making his debut picked up a wicket in his very first over, and then Usman Kade picked up the second wicket of Bangladesh. It's been a fantastic sight. Crowd back again at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur, enjoying and supporting their sides. What a beautiful sight this is. They had to wait for a long time since the coronavirus pandemic struck the entire world 1.5 years back, and there's some pretty faces as well, Shaimbai. Dahani back into the attack, gave away 18 runs from his first 2 overs. Naeem Sheikh cuts it away, backward a point, racing towards the fence for 4. Boundary to start the over. Very good shot from Naeem Sheikh.
Excellent shot. Really, he had so much control an authority over it. 139.9 clicks. Just waited, opened the face. Placement was perfect. Speed of the bat made it go through. No chance of the fielder desperately trying to get to it. All in all, a lovely looking shot. That's what they need. Doesn't have to be clouting the ball all over the place. You can use the pace of the bowlers, the deft touches, use of the angles, and can garner you the runs. And quickly too.
Was short, but this time Naeem Sheikh tried to play that on the onside. Rather, he should try to play that on the offside. It was way outside the off stump. Dahani will be under some sort of pressure as well on his debut. And that's the 2 wickets that fell. Dahani picking up his maiden wicket on his very first over. That was really quick. And then Usman Kade picked up Shamim Hussain. Caught at deep mid wicket.
There's been a mixed bag from Dahani. He's gone for a few runs, even 4 runs in the first ball of this over. So he will be under a bit of pressure with the batsman looking to score runs quickly.
This time it was Fuller. 9. Couldn't connect it properly. They must make sure if you score a boundary of the first ball, you need to rotate the strike as well. 2 dot balls followed by that boundary. And once again, pressure back onto the batsman.
Yeah, it's not only that. You're right about rotating the strike, but even you can take the attack back to the bowler. He's a youngster, debutant. He will be a little nervy, to say the least. So that is the advantage you need to take with someone that has played this format for a few games. So Naeem Sheikh should be on the lookout to take the attack back to the bowler.
That's very good comeback from Dahani after being struck for a boundary in the first ball. Bowled 3 dot balls, and that one 144.5 Ks. This guy can bowl fast.
Oh yeah, he can. Generates a lot of pace. And it's not only raw pace that you need that accuracy. Almost a Yorker length delivery, hardly giving any opportunity to the batsman to free his arms. It's in line, it's speedy, and it's appreciated by the keeper. I'm sure everybody else in the Pakistan side and their supporters.
It was a slower one, but really picked well. But he will get only a single. I like his aggression after that ball he bowled in the previous ball. The way he stared at the batsman. The partnership, 42 of 39, 11 singles, 21 dot balls.
Yeah, too many dot balls. That's the problem. Even their opportunity missed, I thought, with that slow delivery. Just couldn't penetrate the gap. Should be prepared this point in time into the last ball of the 14th over. Just to accelerate the score. Put your foot on the accelerator.
Flicked away on the onside. They will only get a single. 6 of the over. Bangladesh 80 for 2 after 14. Naeem Sheikh on 30 and Afif on 20. Bangladesh will be hoping to put a better total this time around after electing to bat 3rd time in a row in this series. They have got Mahmudullah Riyad, Nurul Hassan, Mahdi Hassan to follow, but these 2 batsmen really needs to catch up and look to attack the Pakistani bowlers. They have got the platform there. Both the batsmen are set at the crease. And here comes Usman Kade to bowl his last over of his innings.
They've got to get a big one now. They've really got to target Kade here. Let's take a few chances. Can't afford to die wondering now.
Googly to start with again, and Afif Hussain nearly dragged that into the stumps before he cleared that with his bat.
He's a little fortunate, but just getting into tangle. He can afford to smile. You see, he's not quite sure, almost yoking himself because he's not reading the length of the ball. Eventually, it does manage to keep it out of from hitting the wickets.
in the air and gone. Yet another googly from Usman Kadir and picked up his second wicket of the game. Afif Hussain had to go but didn't pick up the googly this time around, gave it an outside edge.
Yeah, if you don't read it and you're playing across against the turn of the ball, then you'll end up like that. If you rather played with the googlies on the offside instead of trying to drag it to the onside, you wouldn't really end up with that kind of shot and resulting in a catch. That was on the cards. You knew that Afif Hussain was going to go for the big one. But just that selection of the direction of the shot was a little all right. He's gone for 20. It's 80 for 3.
With the responsibility to post a good total on the board, skipper Mahmudullah Riyad comes into the middle. Experienced campaigner, strike rate of 118, has scored 1,958 runs. Just 42 runs shy to become the only batsman to score 2,000 runs in T20 format. That's the first time Usman Kadir has bowled a leg spinner.
It's read well and played well by Naeem Sheikh. You're talking about Mahmudullah Riyad taking over the mantle and trying to score, but I think it's up to Naeem Sheikh, really, who's been there for 38 deliveries. This is the departure of Afif trying to play against the turn. Eventually, Rizwan taking a dolly. Much to that appreciation and happiness of the bowler.
Struck that really well. Gone high, gone handsome, out of the park. A welcome 6 for Bangladesh. Naeem Sheikh must be feeling a lot better now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the doctor ordered. That's what I anticipated, because he's really got to take the onus. He's got to try and hit those big ones. Taking his right leg away, making room, getting full contact on that ball. And really tonking it away with a lot of authority for a maximum. Excellent. That'll keep that scoreboard ticking over nicely. Want to finish on a high, couple more deliveries in this over. Go for it.
Full toss again. He'll get a single. That's a very good comeback from Bangladesh after losing that wicket. The positive intent been shown and struck a 6 as well.
That last ball surprised Naeem Sheikh actually. Full toss, that could have been put away. Just hurried on to him a little quicker. Is not quite ready for that ball. That's why he couldn't put it away. It's Mahmudullah. He won't have time to settle down, have a look around. I think he just tell himself, with 5 overs to go after this, I've got to get a move on early on in my innings.
Finishes his spell with yet another googly. Usman Kadir 35 for 2 after his 4 overs. Bangladesh 89 for 3.
That is better reading from a Bangladesh point of view. Top order batter out there still fighting, 39 or 40, and the captains just joined him. Shamim and Afif have added a bit of impetus and some positivity. In recent times, bigger overs, bigger returns. And you'll need even bigger ones now as we enter the last 5 overs of the Bangladesh batting innings. And also questions to the Pakistan side. There's newcomers, there's a little bit of inexperience in their fast bowlers. Haris Rauf probably leading the attack. How are they going to manage the next 5?
Well, certainly the Bangladesh batters have looked much better in the last outing. Mohammad Naeem Sheikh still there, open the innings, 40 of 41. In comes the finisher, Mahmudullah Riyad. That belongs to Pakistan. They've already picked up 2 wins in the 3-match series.
Just a reminder, Pakistan have won the series. They won the first T20 international by 4 wickets. Second one by 8 wickets. Lots on his mind. He made 4 changes today. So the balance of the side, debutant, no Shaheen Shah Afridi, no Hassan Ali. How will they fare as they're given opportunities? There's a lot of experience there. Shadab Khan also not in the side today. It should be a wide. Yes, it will be. So for Pakistan, the question will be, can you emulate what the other players who are sitting out today, can you do that?
When a team goes in to play a 3-match series, and if they go on to win the first 2, then they decide to test the bench strength. I think that's one of the reasons why they've rested their premier players, given opportunities for the ones who've been sitting in the bench. And I think that's not a bad idea at all, to just to have a look at the kind of strength they have. I mean, these 3, that is a very strong bench strength here. There you go. Imad Wasim, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Fakhr Zaman, and Shadab Khan also there. Hassan Ali. Not a bad idea at all. But Bangladesh has certainly made a better effort with the bat. But they need to make sure that with 7 wickets in hand, if they go on a 9 runs in an over from here on, they can score 132. But they need to target what Mahmudullah mentioned at the toss. He wants his team to score 140 plus. So they need to go 11 runs in an over from here on to get to 140.
Well, in the last 2 20 internationals, in the last 5 overs of their batting effort, 47 runs for 2 wickets there are mustered. And then in the second one, 23 for 2. But today they have a bit of a foundation. They've got a platform.
And more importantly, Mohammad Naeem Sheikh, who has opened the batting for Bangladesh, is still there. He started slowly, but now he's just catching up. A couple of boundaries and a couple of sixes in his innings so far, 41 of 43. It's important that he's there till the very end, because he's been there for 43 deliveries, and the fans will be hoping that he kicks on in the last 5. Turning out to be a good over for Haris Rauf. Only 5 in this over. Can Bangladesh pick up a boundary, finish the over?
It's guided away. It'd just be the single. Yes, it is. 16 gone. Bangladesh 95 for 3. Four overs to go, but the luxury that Baba has is that his fast men can give him 5. How he'll mix and match them will depend how they go in trying to limit Bangladesh. Yep, that belongs to Pakistan. Closing out the series and the first 2 internationals, but I must emphasize that there's a T20 World Cup in less than 12 months in Australia. The more these teams play, more they'll get a settled 11, a settled 15, or a squad of players that will look to try and compete and maybe win World Cup in Australia.
Iftikhar Ahmed playing his first match of the series. Have a look at what he has done with the ball. 96 for 3. This is batting card for Bangladesh. Naeem is still there, unbeaten. Can he tee off nicely? It's a low full toss, never easy. Are they going to come back for the second? Yes, Naeem is quick between the wickets. He does get back and gets back comfortably. Yeah, we saw this earlier, two wickets for 35 for Kader. But have a look at Iftikhar, just above him. 4 overs, none for 13. He's gone at 3.25. Look at that economy. First match, he's done brilliantly with the ball. Yes, wicketless, but nevertheless very effective with the ball. He have nothing away.
Swing and a miss. For a bye. Nice change of pace. Asking Mamadullah to do all the work in that particular visual. How much pace can he put on through a hitting zone? Right, another slightly quiet over here for Bangladesh. Maybe a few risks need to be taken. 11 deliveries since the last boundary. We're in the death overs now. Excellent bowling. Definitely excellent bowling. The batters can't do much about that.
Yeah, in the block hole. With that single 100 comes up for Bangladesh. Bangladesh in search of boundaries. Now it's been 12 balls since the last boundary. We're hoping that, yes, Bangladesh can come out put up a good total. 7 wickets in hand. It's still possible.
Again, just lacking that impetus to the innings. Another dot ball goes. There's 5 off this over. Now, if we're looking at a projection at 11 runs and over, and have to be extremely honest, that is really good going, and that is consistent. So that's 11 runs every single over. You can't have a down over. That'll get you 134. Could be a wide. Ooh, gets away with that. End of the over, 100 for 3. Ebbs and flows in that Manhattan. Ali Shah Holdings, the T20 International Series. We're into the third T20 International. Ebbs and flows throughout. 3 overs to go for Bangladesh. As I mentioned in the previous over, they go 11 runs and over for the next 3. They will get 133. This is hit firmly down the ground, but again, the boundaries are not coming. Good piece of fielding by Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, excellent from Pakistan, because they knew that Bangladesh with wickets in hand will be looking to try to hit big shots. After the 15th over, the bowlers have gone for 6 and 5 runs in an over. Excellent. 11 in the last 2 overs, knowing that Bangladesh will be stepping on. Very good from the bowlers. Haris Rauf, none for 16.
Oh, the change-ups, they are so effective. The slower ball, the Yorker, this time hard into the pitch, a hard length. It messes totally with the batsman's rhythm.
He's trying to make room and trying to play on the offside. Not a bad idea to look at where that short fine leg is placed behind square. So if he goes inside and goes towards the off stump, maybe he can work it out on the onside behind square.
Short again, at the body, follows him. But in no man's land, what a delivery that was.
A quick and on target from Haris Rauf. 145 k's, that is quick stuff. But again, he's trying to go and exposing all the stumps, trying to play it on the offside. Just came a little bit quicker. So probably a better idea is if he's bowling short, to get inside the line and try to play behind square. Opportunities to pick up boundaries, that's exactly what they would be hoping for. Good stuff from Haris Rauf.
Last 30 deliveries, 31 runs, a 6 and a 4, run rate of 6.2. The area perhaps Bangladesh at the end of this innings will be thinking we could have done a lot better. Now the second is on. Throw comes in, but I think he's made his ground. That last delivery, 147.
Really good running, especially from Mohammad Naeem Sheikh coming to the danger end. The moment he played that shot, Mahmudullah Riyad, the call was for 2. Aggressive running in between the wickets. But dealing in singles and twos is not going to help Bangladesh score. They need boundaries. Mid-off inside the circle. If it's pitched up, go over the top on the offside.
Short, plays the pull shot. Does that go all the way? Hangs in the air forever. Umpires will probably just want to have a check because it's into the shadows. But finally, yeah, Bangladesh get away with one here.
That's exactly what I wanted to see from Naeem Sheikh in this over. But this is Mahmudullah Riyad getting inside the line of the ball and getting contact with the bat. Fielder inside the circle. Let's see. One bounce to the fence. It'll be a boundary. Much needed one. Important boundary from the bat of the skipper, Mahmudullah.
Yeah, finally a boundary. Finally. First boundary after 10 overs. Finally, they find the fence to Bangladesh. 10 off that over. It's 110 for 3. Yeah, just the wickets. That's what's been a real highlight for Bangladesh. They haven't lost as many as they have in previous encounters. Misses out on the full toss there, especially with fine leg up in the circle.
And they took a little bit time. They decided against it. Right, a boundary in the previous over. Got to finish the over. Yes, I had an opportunity to put that away. You're absolutely right.
Another full toss. Just missed time down the ground for a single. So you can almost, if you take your notes down as a coach, as a batter, you look at where were the scoring opportunities. Pakistan have been very good, let's be honest, but there is opportunities here. There's one, gone a begging. And then the one that follows that as well, you only just pick up a single.
Yeah, if you look at what the bowler Wasim is trying to do, he wants to bowl fuller. He was probably trying to bowl in the block hole. So why not just go down the wicket and take it on the full?
Another full toss, it hangs in the air, someone circling, yes! Mohammad Wasim, committed. And he takes the catch.
It's a very good catch of his own bowling. Again a full toss. Again a miss hit. Slice in the air, and he had to run quite hard. 3 fielders converging in. But in the end, he takes a very well-judged catch of his own bowling. Mohammad Naeem Sheikh departs for 47. Bangladesh, 111 for 4.
New bats at the crease, Noor Hassan. He is someone that can find the boundary. He is someone that can hit sixes. 9 deliveries to go. Here's his career, age 28. Strike rate needs to be up there in the 130s. Mid 130s, especially if he's going to be given the role of trying to finish the innings. And Mamadullah on strike. The batters had crossed. Really nicely bowled. Got to beg the question. 3 full tosses were bowled to start this over, and the third one gets a wicket. Love the commitment. He called early, got everyone out of the way, and executed perfectly. I could have done a little bit better than that, definitely. That'll be 4. Is in line and length. It's welcomed by Bangladesh.
Yeah, he went for 2 in the first 4 deliveries, but drifting down the leg side, got penalized. He still had to put it away, point like inside the circle, so he put back the ball onto the legs, and he knew it. But he was in trouble the moment it drifted down the leg side. 4 important runs for Bangladesh. The score moves up to 116 for 4. Still not enough on the board. Remember, the first T20 international, Bangladesh scored 127, followed it with 108.
Short, in the air, and taken. What a catch that is. Really good. Usman Kadir diving forward. Wasim picks up another one.
That is a very good catch. It was short and it was the uppercut. Had to dive in the front. Never easy. Excellent in the deep from Usman Kadir. Mohammad Wasim picks up another wicket in the same over. Noor Hassan goes for 4. It's 116 for 5.
Mahdi Hassan, new man at the crease. Lost the wicket of Nurul Hassan. Pressure on massively here, especially that man, Ahmadullah, who's won the toss on all 3 occasions and decided to bat first. An over to go, 116 for 5. Where can they finish up? Really got to throw caution to the wind now. Just try and get as many boundaries as possible. That'll help. That'll help. Or will it? No, it won't. He does not get any of it. And an excellent catch again by Mohammad Wasim, the fast bowler.
Just for a moment, as my fellow commentator did say that it might be good to go all the way. In the end, it's a pretty straightforward catch. Have a look at this. It just didn't get from the meaty part of the bat. Just probably on the top part. And an easy one in the deep. So Bangladesh loses their captain. The skipper goes for 13. And the score is still 116. 116 for 6.
Gosh, Pakistan are so good at the back end with the ball. Short again. Squeezed. Backwards sort of square on the offside, and they'll pick up a brace. Definitely in the slot, slower delivery. He thought for a moment that he had got all of it. Just look at his body language. He thinks this is sailing, sailing, and not sailing at all. Good change of pace. Captain hangs his head. Onto some good catches. Got to just commend Pakistan. Fast bowlers, I think their bowling unit and their fielding has just been excellent. They have not allowed Bangladesh to express themselves. But they've missed out on a few scoring opportunities. That's another full toss. Not capitalized at all. 3 deliveries to go. Wide. Oh, it's not. It's just 1 for the over.
One bounce.
Not the tallest individual in the world.
Tight. He's not happy. The batsman thought this should have been called a wide. It's over the head. It is.
Two deliveries to go. Mid-off up in the circle. Outside edge. Pace. On the edge. Picks up 4. Fortunate runs.
Yeah, had to go for it. No other options for Mahdi Hassan. And this time he finds an outside edge which goes to the boundary. Was quick. 141 Ks. Gets the outside edge. There was a third man, but it just went a little bit more fine.
The runs do come in this fashion from time to time in T20 cricket. Boundaries in the innings, 10, 4 sixes. Final delivery. Yeah, in the block hole. Looking for 2, will they? He just says no, throws to the wicketkeeper's end. Trying to pick up as many runs as possible. Bangladesh. Amino will be run out. And the climax of the innings ends with a run out and confirmation that Bangladesh will end up on 124. It's been a struggle. It's been an effort. Really in the block hole. And you just look at the non-striker there, Mehdi Hassan, shouting no. But Amanul Islam had already committed to come down. And he's saying, well, we've got to get as many runs as possible. And they find the funny side of it. They've enjoyed their time out in the field. Their bowling has been excellent as well. Pakistan, again, good with the ball, Atta.